In the 1980s, a string of fires swept across the UK, entire homes reduced to ash, except for one thing. A single, untouched painting, a crying boy, his eyes empty, his tears eternal. And wherever this painting hung, tragedy followed. The story we're about to unravel begins with what seems like an innocent image, a simple piece of art. It's a mass-produced painting, churned out in vast quantities, the work of Italian artist Giovanni Bragolin. He specialized in these kinds of portraits, often depicting children in various states of emotion. This particular painting found its way into countless British homes during the 1970s and 80s, becoming a ubiquitous sight in living rooms and hallways across the nation. But among the sea of similar portraits, this one felt different. It carried a weight, an unsettling aura that set it apart from the rest. The painting depicted a boy, seemingly no older than 5 or 6 years, his eyes locked onto something unseen, staring blankly ahead with an unnerving intensity. His young cheeks were perpetually wet with a stream of never-ending tears. There was no background to speak of, no setting to ground him, no context to explain his grief, no explanation was offered, no story provided, just pure, unadulterated sorrow radiating from the canvas. And soon, a series of inexplicable and terrifying events began to follow in its wake, with whispers of fires and misfortune becoming inextricably linked to the cursed image. In Rotherham, a couple lost everything in a blaze. Firefighters said it was electrical, but on the only wall left standing hung the crying boy, unscathed. Then came reports from Essex, then Devon, then Nottingham, always the same. Homes destroyed, lives lost, but the painting survived. Not even the frame burned. In September 1985, the British tabloid newspaper, The Sun, ran a sensational headline that sent shivers down the spines of homeowners across the nation. Blazing Curse of the Crying Boy. The article delved into a series of mysterious house fires, each leaving behind a trail of devastation and unanswered questions. Intrigued by the strange coincidences, The Sun embarked on an investigation, interviewing firemen across the country, from bustling city centres to quiet rural towns. What they uncovered was a pattern so bizarre, so unsettling, that it became front-page news. It was revealed that dozens of homes destroyed by fire, seemingly unrelated incidents scattered geographically, had one thing in common: the same exact painting. A mass-produced print of a crying boy, a sentimental piece of art that adorned the walls of countless British homes, was somehow linked to these destructive blazes. The firefighters, hardened professionals accustomed to facing danger head-on, were visibly shaken by the recurring presence of the painting at these fire scenes. One firefighter, a veteran with years of experience battling infernos, even refused to enter a home that displayed it. A look of genuine fear etched on his face. He recounted stories whispered among his colleagues, tales of the painting's uncanny ability to withstand the flames, emerging unscathed from the ashes, while everything around it was consumed. With a grim tone he said, "It always survives, and someone always suffers." His words, heavy with implication, added another layer of mystery to the already perplexing phenomenon, fueling the growing sense of unease and dread surrounding the cursed painting. The legend of the Hands Resist Him painting ignited a storm of speculation, and theories spread like wildfire across the internet and beyond. Everyone, it seemed, had an explanation for the unsettling phenomena surrounding the artwork. Some claimed the boy in the painting was a troubled orphan, forever tethered to the canvas after his parents tragically died in a fire. They believed his sorrowful gaze was a plea for help, a haunting echo of his past trauma. Others whispered that the artist himself had cursed the painting, imbuing it with dark energy after the young model died mysteriously under strange circumstances. Perhaps, they suggested, the painting was a vessel for the model's restless spirit, forever seeking vengeance or simply trapped within its frame. Skeptics, of course, offered more rational explanations, arguing that the painting's unusual resilience to fire was simply due to the use of a fire-resistant varnish, a common practice among artists of the time, but even they couldn't fully explain the most perplexing aspect of the mystery. Why only this one particular painting, among countless others, kept reappearing in the aftermath of tragedies, becoming an eerie harbinger of misfortune. The coincidences were too numerous, the stories too similar to be easily dismissed. The painting's unsettling ability to reappear defied logic and reason, adding another layer of intrigue to its already bizarre history. Even physically removing it from one's home didn't seem to offer a permanent solution. A woman in Yorkshire, driven to desperation by the painting's ominous presence, claimed she threw hers away, banishing it to the depths of a local landfill. She believed she had finally rid herself of the cursed artwork, severing the connection that had haunted her waking hours. But her relief was short-lived. To her utter shock and disbelief, she awoke the next morning to find the painting hanging innocently in her hallway, as if it had never left. The unsettling image of the boy and the doll stared back at her, a silent reminder that some forces are beyond our control and that the hands resist him painting had a will of its own. Eventually, a mass burning was arranged. The Sun invited people to destroy their crying boy paintings together, and yet some refused. Others swore it came back. One man who burned his said his dog died the next day. They say if you stare into the boy's eyes too long, you'll see your future, and it's always fire. Would you hang him on your wall? Just know, he never cries alone.